Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be your twin flame messages for the week of September 30th through October 6th. Before I get started, I'm just going to ask that you guys go ahead and drop this video a like, share, comment if you feel called to, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I am going to do a bit of an introduction about the energy shifts that we're experiencing this week. So if you want to skip on right ahead to the tarot reading, I will have that timestamped in the description box down below. For those of you that want to know what's going on, we have some really powerful energies at work this week. We have both Saturn and Pluto going direct. So this is something to be really excited about because remember, we have Jupiter has already gone direct. Now we have Saturn and Pluto going direct in Capricorn. So we're going to be seeing progress beginning on so many levels in the world stage, within our communities, within our relationships, and internally as well. So basically on September 29th, Saturn, the karmic taskmaster, finally went direct after months of teaching us responsibility by making us look back at where we've gone wrong in the past. Saturn is a really tough teacher, but also above all, Saturn is honest. You get what you give. And for my twin flames out there, if unity isn't happening, it boils down, and I cringe to say it because it's very direct, but it boils down to something very simple. If unity isn't happening, you are not in alignment. I know. I hate that, you guys. I want to sugarcoat it, but I just can't. Now, we also have Pluto moving direct on October 4th, so something from the past has been destroyed for good. And this is a good thing. Pluto retrograde period, okay, these past months, and I did Pluto retrograde for readings for you guys, which I'm going to also link to this video for you if you want to have another look at those. For individual signs, just go ahead and check those out. But this Pluto retrograde period was a detox of old power imbalances and issues around sexuality and the unconscious. Okay? Now, remember, Pluto rules both Scorpio and Aries. This Mars retrograde, as you guys know, is retrograding in Aries. It's been this background energy for a few weeks now. Is really bringing us strange dreams, flare-ups of old issues, emotional declarations. Some of you might be experiencing digestive troubles and fluctuations with energy and maybe even insomnia. I know I have. But this week we have a powerful transit that's activating this Mars retrograde, and it's in opposition with Mercury, the messenger. Now the message is, and again, I have these like cringe-worthy messages for you guys, but I have to keep it real. You likely don't know what your counterpart is going through or has gone through. And they have karmic baggage that they don't fully, truly understand. And above all, most people or many of our partners or our counterparts are feeling unloved by people and even the universe itself, or abandoned by God or Source. So a lot of us and or our counterparts are feeling alone and weighed down by this karmic baggage. And there's a karmic process going on where their soul or our soul is guiding us or them through this intense, challenging period. These immense challenges are opening them up to actually receive love fully. I'm going to repeat this. These immense challenges are opening us up to actually receive love fully, because past patterns have been deflecting love. Love is what we need to unlock a higher state. Okay, I feel like I have to repeat myself a lot because they're powerful messages, you guys. Love is what will unlock us and them to a higher state. Juno, which is the asteroid of marriage, is conjunct Mercury and opposing Mars retrograde. Now, for those of us who aren't astrologers, what does this mean? Basically, marriage and commitment is something that we have to take a look at. Marriage and commitment seems to have been pushed onto the masculine twin. not as an invitation or out of love, but imposed. Now, remember, I'm not talking about gender here, but I feel like for many of my males out there, this is something very true. That marriage hasn't been an invitation or hasn't been something that people always do out of love, but it's something that's imposed by cultural standards, societal standards, or even by our partners. Okay, like out of a sense of obligation, not as an invitation and not out of love. Not for everyone, okay? So I don't want anyone here to get triggered or think that, you know, I'm knocking marriage or, you know, but for many, for the masculine twin, okay, this feeling of needing to be in union or this needing for marriage has been imposed upon them. And it's really important right now, if you want marriage, the universe, marriage or union, romantic union, the universe is really asking us to look at what is your true motivation for this? What would romantic union actually give you? If the answer is you're longing for union or togetherness to get love, the unfortunate fact, and again, I'm going to cringe as I say this, but the unfortunate fact is you don't love yourself enough yet. And I say yet because you can call it in. Many of you have called in this love by doing the inner work. The universe is pushing you to recognize this and to resolve it. When we seek love from someone else or acceptance, as if we're missing it, we only get more seeking and we don't get the actual having of it. If we seek marriage or romantic union for security or for purposes of control, the underlying motivation is fear. And this almost always causes disruptions like running, separation, and other challenges. When we want something for fear of not having it, we push negativity and distortion into it. And when we call things in out of fear and worry, we get more negativity and we get absence in return. We get this separation. When we do our inner work and reach a higher state of wholeness and wellness within, this is when we call in outer harmony and union, because we're effortlessly aligned with it. When we love ourselves, when we accept ourselves, when we seed our light, when we work our light, when we're happy, then we're more likely to align with that in the outside world, in the 3D. So as we have Venus journeying through Virgo, this can be challenging with Virgo energies because we're reminded of how self-love is often a major challenge for each and every one of us. And so it's really time to show yourself some care, self-acceptance, and self-love independently of how anyone else is behaving. And remember, for those of you who are on a twin flame journey, showing yourself love, accepting yourself, okay, caring for yourself, you're also doing that for your twin. Your relationship with yourself is the blueprint. It's the core template for love that all other relationships live up to or relate to or are measured by. So I'm going to ask you guys before I do this reading, we're going to flip the golden rule. Okay, we're going to augment it. And our mantra is to do unto yourself as you want others to do unto you. And loving yourself is going to bring you into union. All right, and I apologize if I sound a little bit preachy. But you know what, you guys? These are the messages that we need to hear. These are the powerful energies in the transformation that we are going through right now. And this is what it's all about. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to jump into this reading. I'm going to pull 3 oracle cards for my twin flames for the week of September 30th through October 6th. And I'm going to pull the first oracle card for your energy. I'm going to pull the second for your twin, for your counterpart, and then what's going on between you. Let's go ahead and invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, spirit guides, and ascended masters to this space to deliver the messages that my twins, my divine counterparts need to hear for this week, please. Feel free to swap the energies at any point in time in this reading. Okay, fantasizing. We get vacant. Wow, this is what's in between, you guys. This is the absence I was talking about. Really taking a look at why you want union or why you want partnership. Because there's an absence here. There's vacancy. And then we get synchronicity. Okay. Wow. Beautiful. Look at this. Look at this, but on each side, each of your energies, fantasizing, synchronicity, look at this, there are flowers blooming. This is you guys opening up. The message in the introduction is opening up to love. Love is the answer. Love is what opens you up to this higher state, what opens you up to union, but it has to start with yourself. The overall energy here is divine intervention. Okay, so the divine definitely has a hand at what's going on here. Definitely has a hand on what's going on here. Many of you guys may be looking back also with Saturn, what Saturn has been teaching us at where you've gone wrong. Some of you may be closing out karmic situations, okay? Some of you may have realized that you are with a false twin, but this realization is that divine intervention, asking you to wake up, asking you to see, okay? The names of the decks that I'm using are all going to be listed down below. Okay, so your energy, you get the World in reverse. You get the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Look at that. Oh, yes. All right, you get the Five of Wands in reverse. And you get the Magician in reverse. Oh my gosh. You guys, all of these cards, the World in reverse, not being able to complete something, but being very, very close. If you didn't listen to the introduction, I'm going to ask that you go back and listen to the introduction, because there are some very important messages in there about self-love, self-care, and self-acceptance, because you guys are doing everything that you need to do, but there's one part of the puzzle that's missing, and it's the relationship that you have, the love that you have for yourself. That's keeping this distance between you and what you want. The Seven of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, this is delays and frustrations. Again, what you put out is what you get. Seven of Pentacles in reverse takes you back to the Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving. And some of us haven't been honest with ourselves about what we're actually putting out. Some of us might say, or might even be triggered, well, I love myself. Why? How could you say that? No, the truth is you need to go back and take a look. Because the Magician card is that Mercury energy. You have all the tools that you need, but you might be just saying it, you might be hearing it, but you're not integrating the energy. This is about trying to manifest, and many of you guys are doing vision boards. You guys are fantasizing. You are, yeah, if I can imagine it, I can create it, but you really have to feel it, and you guys really have to love yourselves. The Five of Wands, this is evolution, this is strife, this is conflict, but what's beautiful is the Five of Wands in reverse takes us back to the Four of Wands, which is my twin flame card, but it's about acceptance, it's about love, it's about protection, it's about entering into a contract. For those of you that really resonated with what I said about marriage, entering into marriage out of love or an invitation. And when I say marriage, I can also mean romantic union, not because you fear being alone, not because you need to control a situation or these are the expectations that are put upon you. but truly you invite somebody on this journey with you because you already love yourself enough to be with them or to be without them. Wow. Wow. Your person's energy, we get the Ace of Pentacles, blessing, a brand new beginning. We get Four of Swords, healing and recovery. We get the Star, healing and recovery. And we get the Two of Pentacles. Wow. Wow. Somebody here, again, feel free to swap the energies. Many of you guys, this is healing. This is this Pluto in retrograde. This is the masculine energy going through a healing. Four of Swords, healing and recovery. Starting to love, allowing love in, creating a fertile environment for love to grow on the outside in the 3D, because it's starting within. You guys, this is happening. The Star card, Aquarius energy, healing. I mean, this side is absolutely beautiful. The Two of Pentacles in reverse is deciding where you're going to put your focus. And many of you guys, if this might be your energy, it might be your person's energy, they're understanding if they focus on themselves. And remember, this Aries energy that we're moving through is focusing on yourself, on your authenticity, what makes you happy, where you need to heal. And in doing that, they're not juggling anymore. They're not overextending. They're not overgiving. This energy on this side of the reading is somebody who is healing. And this is bringing about so much abundance and new opportunities. Double Ace of Pentacles, a wise investment. Investing first in yourself before you can invest in anybody else. You guys, there's a vacancy. There is a disconnect because somebody here has been, in this process of awakening. Somebody here may have been listening to lots of self-help books or videos, lots of law of attraction, and you've been hearing it, or this person has been hearing it, and they've been listening to it, but they haven't been integrating it and taking a really good hard look at if you love yourself, how you love yourself, self-acceptance, compassion. That's the key. That's the key to coming into union. Right now, there is a space. There is vacancy. There is disconnect. There is separation. And I'm going to go back to what I said in the introduction. When we want something for fear or out of not having it, we push negativity and distortion and absence. When we want something out of fear or worry, we get this vacancy. Oops. Wow. Okay, look at that. You get the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Destined. I can't read what that says. You get the Seven of Wands in reverse, taking you back to the Six of Wands. My Six of Wands is a card of marriage. It's about union. It's about victory and success. The Wheel of Fortune is about destiny. It's about change. It's about dealing with change. We get the Hierophant. Look at this, marriage coming out twice. Spiritual advisement. And you get the Nine of Wands in reverse. Feeling exhausted. Again, some of you guys, and this came out very clear in the, look at that, overall energy, Two of Swords. Stalemate and indecision. This is Moon in Libra. This is not being quite sure. This is needing time and space to really assess what's going on, to see if did we do the work, did we learn the lessons that Saturn and Pluto in retrograde were here to teach us. Because what's going on in this connection, many of you guys, you know, this is, what does this say? Destined opportunities. Yeah, many of you guys are realizing that things are changing and you're having a really difficult time with this transformation. Seven of Wands in reverse is this feeling of wanting to give up. And many of you guys are either wanting to give up on this connection or you're in a karmic connection. And that's why you're in this Two of Swords, because you really need to figure out where you're going to go. Some of you guys have settled for karmic connections because you wanted marriage or you wanted spiritual union or romantic union out of fear or some sort of need to control or to live up to certain expectations. I know some of you guys are going to feel triggered by this message, but it's coming through very, very clear. Some of you guys are coming into this information, okay, and these are the lessons. This is the taskmaster energy of Saturn in Capricorn, teaching you maybe where we have gone wrong, where we have entered into partnerships, romantic or even marriages, not out of an invitation and not out of love, but because out of a sense of obligation, or that's what we were supposed to do. And the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Wands are both energies of feeling exhausted, feeling drained, and wanting to give up. Many of you have stopped loving yourselves along the way because you ended up doing something that wasn't aligned with what you truly wanted and how you truly felt. Okay, Hierophant, many of you guys may be going through marriage counseling, you might be in relationship counseling, but deep down you know the answers. Some of you, if you already are in union, this is that period where, you know, somebody here really has to start putting that love back into themselves, because remember, how you treat yourself, the love, the compassion, the acceptance that you have for yourself as Venus moves through Virgo is going to be the blueprint or the template for all of your relationships. And for those of you who are struggling, where you're feeling this vacancy and this emotional distance between you and your partner, or if you're not in union, there's this self-love and this self-care that's necessary. Right now, we're really being asked, I mean, we are dealing with some super intense energies here, you guys, this week, but we're really being asked, the way that we can do that is, number one, meditation. But number two, self-care. And it doesn't have to be expensive, you guys. It can be literally getting a manicure or pedicure. It can be soaking your feet in Epsom salts. It can be taking a bath with candlelight. It can be, you know, sitting down, giving that time to read your favorite book or to watch your favorite TV show. Okay, it can be simply as, you know what, not having, you know, dressed up and felt good. It can be taking a walk. It can be sitting curled up on the sofa with a glass of wine and your cat. You know, there are lots of different ways, but just showing ourselves, stepping into this energy of self-love and compassion, this is going to generate something. This is going to trigger something within us. Okay, this is calling in the unity and the love that you want in the 3D, but it has to start within. Okay. And, you know, with this fantasizing card, it's beautiful because there is the power in visualizing what you want. But Spirit's being very clear here, you guys, that you have to actually integrate this and take inspired action in loving yourself, taking care of yourself, aligning with who you are, what you want, what makes you happy. And those of you who have been with me for quite some time, you know I go on and on about this, but it's so simple, but it's so hard to actually integrate what it means to walk your path, what it means to be truly happy, whether that's with your job, whether that's with your family, with your partner, you know, with your higher calling, whatever it might be. Because those of us, when we're looking for love, we're going to see that there are blocks that we have created, or we may not be calling in the abundance that we want, or we may be unhappy in our jobs. But all of that is linked to whether or not you are aligned with your higher self, with your inner being. And the divine is coming through here with this divine intervention. I mean, there's this major explosion. Some of you guys are going to be, you know, there are going to be things that are happening within your relationships or within your life or within your lives that are going to pull you out of this fantasy energy. Some of you guys, this is that Neptunian illusion. And as Pluto is coming out of retrograde, we don't always learn the lesson, boom, just like that. But over the next couple of weeks, we're going to see where we have been lying to ourselves, or we have purposely believed an illusion. okay, where we have purposely stayed in this sort of fantastic space, believing, maybe blaming others for where we are in life, or for our unhappy relationships, or for not liking our jobs, or for being, for being single. And remember, blame and judgment are what keep us out of union, keep us out of marriage, okay? Marriage spiritually and, here in the 3D. And so it's this need to really come out and see the truth. On the side, this energy is beautiful, healing and new beginnings, universal alignment, aligning with unity consciousness. Because truthfully, if you want union, it's simple. As I said, it's simply stated. It's not a simple integration for you, but you just need to love yourself. You need to be comfortable. You need to feel that love, and then you will align with it in the outer world. And for some of you guys, this is going to be, you might feel like you're being blindsided by a divorce, or information that a partner has been, cheating, or doesn't want to be in the relationship any longer. Some of you guys, there's going to be something that just really shakes your foundation. But again, it's all about busting down the illusions. Because again, remember, we have Jupiter that's gone direct, and Jupiter wants to reward us, and it will reward those of us who have been doing the inner work and who have the faith and the courage to see why we really want union. What is our motivation for wanting love or wanting something different than what we have? Because for many of you, it is out of fear of not having it, or fear of not living up to societal or parental or family's expectations, or even your own expectations, and it's creating this absence. All right, we get date, meeting someone new, dating, get back out there, plan, or set a date. Some of you guys have been wishing for union, wanting to come into union, but you haven't been taking the inspired action, right? We cannot expect that union comes to us. We cannot expect that somebody's going to knock on our door or randomly send a message and say, "You're hot, I want to get to know you. I think you might be my twin." That's not the way this works. But, there was something I was listening to really interesting recently about, about whether or not someone is the one. And it was Esther Hicks, or it was Abraham. And it was saying, and the message was, anyone can be the one if you're aligned with yourself. Okay, so some of you guys, this message is like aligning, universal alignment is going to bring about this new person. Lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation. Yeah, I'm seeing that here in the Divine Intervention card. For many of you, you will be receiving shocking news about a karmic situation that you're in, or even many of you believed that you were in a twin flame union. And there's a huge reevaluation. For some of us, it's going to be coming into the information, again, really taking a good, hard, deep dive and look into why we want union, why we want marriage. Not today, not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call, person, boundaries, still angry. Yeah, I see that on this side of fantasizing. Many are rejecting, okay? Many people here are rejecting. They don't want to deal with the true reason behind their motivations. And some are saying, well, I love myself. This is BS. But if you want union and you're not in union, it's because the love you have for yourself isn't aligned. It's very simple. You don't love yourself enough yet if you're not in union. Soulmates, soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. Your person is holding space for you. For many of you, you are holding space for your person. Okay, especially my feminine energies who are holding space for the masculine. Remember, we don't understand everything that they've been through and all of the karmic baggage that they're carrying around, and they're feeling quite alone. So it's important to give them space. But more than anything, it's important to give them love. And how do you do that if you don't even know this person? You love yourself. The golden mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. I feel like many of you guys are coming in. This golden mirror is a reflection of those of you who are in karmic situations that need to come to an end. Some of you as well, when this one-sided relationship comes up, it's like in relationships, you give so much to the other person, but because you're not giving that love and that compassion and that acceptance to yourself, you end up attracting this narcissist, you know, that typical empath and narcissist dynamic that many of us have been through. And believe me, you guys, I couldn't speak on any of this if I wasn't right here with you, okay, if I haven't been through this myself. And you get camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, making memories. This is that Saturnian energy, you guys, that's finally going direct. Saturn retrograding in Capricorn was the camera, changing our perception, asking us to learn from the past where we went wrong, understanding that we give what we get. And for many of us, what we were getting, this golden mirror, the camera is highlighting the golden mirror, that we were in relationships with self-absorbed narcissists. We were in one-sided relationships because we weren't in love, and we didn't or don't love ourselves. Look at this. But at the bottom of the deck, you get love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. This is your person. This is your person, you guys. This soulmate is here. They're holding space for you. They understand it may take time to dissolve this vacancy and this absence as we move out of fear and worry and apprehension. That there's time needed. It's not going to happen overnight. Well, yeah, I'm just going to say a few affirmations and tomorrow I'll call in my soulmate. But when you take this inspired action, okay, and I love this getting back out there, when you take the inspired action, when you set proper boundaries in your relationships and with others, that is self-love. When you do that, you guys, you're going to see how you attract beautiful things and partnerships and love into your life. Okay. I'm going to pull some additional messages for you from your person. I know this is a tough reading, you guys. I know these readings won't come out the way I think they will. Because many of you guys know the twin flame journey is very intense. It's not rainbows and, you know, candied hearts and chocolate and champagne. It's honesty. It's truth. It's honest reflection. I need more time out to figure things out. Yep. And again, I really pick up on this energy, which I was reading as your energy. But again, you guys feel free to swap the energies. This could be your person. But what I want to remind you guys of, on both sides of this vacancy, on this time out, there are these flowers that are blooming. Now, this rose here is a little bit tighter than maybe this. It may be a dahlia. It may be a little tighter. It still needs some time to open up. And so does this one. You know, both energies are opening up. One may be a little bit further along than the other. And that's okay. again, feminine holding space for the masculine as we go through this transformation. And you know, you guys, I don't have to keep telling you, I'm not talking about gender, that we all have masculine and feminine energies within. I feel damaged, like I just can't do this. Yeah. I feel like, you know, this energy is your person's energy, and this is what they're healing, because we have the healing and the recovery. We have the universal alignment, the star, okay, that this is the energy they're moving out of. Your beauty still moves me. Yeah. That the love here is always there. You are beautiful in every stage, in every form. Even when you're ugly crying, even when you just wake up, when you're when you're dressed for your best night out. And you get, it's easier to just stay away right now. Yeah, again, there's that separation coming through. There's that separation coming through. Okay. I'm going to pull some final messages for my twins. Again, you guys, I understand not all of these messages are easy for us to hear. Some of us hear these messages. We can even write them down. We might even repeat them. They may be our mantra, but the importance now is integrating them. And really, I just keep hearing about Venus and Virgo. It's time. It's time, you guys. It's time to accept yourself, to love yourself, to care for yourself, no matter how anybody else is behaving. Because remember, do unto yourself as you want others to do unto you. But with the twin flame journey, what you do to yourself, you do to them. So if you're in separation, and again, if you don't know this person, healing, loving yourself is healing and loving them. Transformation. I love that. All right, we got 4 messages out. Transformation, your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. For some of you guys, you are in union, okay? But you're feeling this vacancy, you're feeling this emotional distance because things are deepening, because independently somebody here has to look at the reality of why they're not attracting what it is they want and what it is they need. Okay, and so this relationship is going through a transformation. For those of you who are in separation, quite frankly, your relationship is deepening as you do the inner work, as you love yourself more. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Yeah, this love doesn't go away. Remember that love is what is going to bring us to higher states of consciousness and enlightenment. Okay, and the energy that I'm picking up here, you know, this person may be feeling lonely, may be dealing with karmic baggage, is going through, the soul is taking them through these difficult challenges, you know, like putting them through the washing machine and spitting them out on the other side, you know, in a much better place. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. And so resentment is also creating a distortion here. And also this distortion of your self-worth. You know, many of us with this masculine energy, the transformation that's happening, it's understanding that you are worthy of love, that you don't have to do more for love. Okay, and you know, and unwittingly, even the feminine may be reacting to the shadow, you know, the karma that has been affecting the feminine, whether that's betrayal, whether that's abuse, you know, reacting to those, creating resentment towards the masculine. Okay, so we really have to pay attention to what's true and what are distortions. Okay, and love is the key, love is the answer. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Yeah, for some of you guys, again, some of you may be with a partner who isn't woke or is farther behind in the awakening process. And again, this is a message to the feminine who is holding space for the masculine. You know, we may really want to criticize them, but truthfully, we're being asked to do the opposite. We're being asked to love them. Okay, accept each other as you are, and you'll see this magical transformation. But this is also accepting you as you are is part of the key to coming into union, to being aligned with love. All right, you guys, I know this was intense. The energies out there are at play, are extremely intense right now. So for those of you who are still with me, please don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, share the content if you feel called to. Yeah, and thank you so much for being here. Have a beautiful day. Take care.